Actually, they have benchmarks or grade level content expectations through the state of Michigan, and now we are moving to the Common Core expectations of the government, the federal government. So, of course, they have all of those goals to meet and have to know their Common Core standards that they have to teach throughout the school year, and they're expected to teach it and keep track of which students need it, along with planning interventions for the students who are not at the level they should be, and the ones that are above, planning challenging activities for them. And also that constant communication with the families, because we need our families involved for their child's success, because without that, it's a situation where it's harder to get the kids to move on. So those families are so important. So that homeschool communication is utmost. Back about my kindergarten years, I remember the big thing really was kids came in. A lot of them, of course, were only 4 years old because our cutoff was December 1st for entering kindergarten. And you would be getting your little house center set up, your water table would always be out, your sand table, you would have your painting easels ready for children, and book corners, and of course the blocks, blocks to build structures and work with that, which added to all of the probably academic skills that we had. Stories were huge. Reading to kids, having kids start using the beginning of utensils, which is the writing, the painting, and we really concentrated on that and the social interactions between kids, developing really lifelong skills of everything you ever wanted to learn in kindergarten. To last through life. It's that poem, you
Sure.
learned it in kindergarten, how to act with people, what's important in life. It went from being kindergarten didn't have as many standards. Like now, kindergarten is really the old first grade. You've got to get in all of those skills. By the end of kindergarten now, they need to at least be reading 83 sight words. When I taught kindergarten over 8 to 10 years ago, it was, well, gee, you're doing great if you had like 15 to 20 sight words down pat, and that started the roll to reading, because they had that foundation. So now you've got to be able to read 83 words. You should be reading at a level. And then your math, of course, you should be able to add and subtract fluently numbers, which means like really quick up to 5 to 10. So it's completely different, where before we would be slowly like taking materials and objects and like, okay, let's count out 10 blocks or whatever. Now it's like, okay, we're going to do this for a little bit and move on. So that full day kindergarten really opens up the spectrum to use more hands-on activities in the classroom and give children at the kindergarten age more experiences.